How to write a blog in Blackboard. On some of your classes, you may be asked to write a blog. I am going to show you how to do this. Okay, first of all, I am in week 1 of my class, so I want to go to my week. I want to scroll down and see where my blog assignment is. A lot of times you will see the word blog. Maybe your instructor will have something else written here. Here I have on mine some expectations for a blog. You may or may not have that information. It might just say blog. But anyway, when you find the site, you click the link to take you to it. And this is where you will create a blog. I'm going to hide these over here. Okay, this is on this page, you will see some information about the blog. It will give instructions. Sometimes you will have a video to watch. Maybe you will have something to read. It will just vary according to the instructor. So make sure you read and respond to any information that you have in the area. And one of the most important things to do is to make sure that you read the prompt and you addressed all areas of the prompt. In this case, this is why literature is important or why study literature. So that actually has 2 different parts to it. Okay, then you want to go up here to create the blog. This is found at the very top of the page. Click Create Blog. You are going to give it a title. I'm calling this Blog 1. Okay, give it a creative title though. Don't just say creative title. If you want to say Blog 1, put some words after it. Your instructor might have specific information that is wanted for the title, so you always go by that. In this area down here is where you will write your blog. It looks a lot like a word processing screen. When you go in, if your blog looks like this, click those 3 dots and you will see the drop-down menu that will give you all the different options that you have to use in it. So you click in the area that you want. I am going to start with some titles, and with this, I like to give a title for each section. And I'm going to make that a little bit larger than what I would write in. I'm going to use an 18-point font here. I'm going to bold it. I want to change the color of it, so I'm going to make it a blue. And I'm just going to call this Title 1. Don't call it Title 1. Okay, give it a name. Be something creative that shows the main idea for the title. I'm then going to go back, change my font to black again. I'm going to bring this down to about a 12 or a 14-point font. Go again by the size that your instructor wants. Don't go any less than a 12, and you probably would not want to make it any larger than a 14-point font. I just think, oh, I notice it's bolded. I don't want the text to be bolded, only the title. So I'm going to unclick bold here, and I'm going to start writing my blog. The blog is my own personal opinion, my ideas. This is not a research paper. But if I do quote something from a source or something, I will need to give it credit because we always give credit where credit is due. It could be a little bit more informal than the traditional way that you will cite something, but again, go by what your instructor would want. After I've written something for a while, maybe I want to insert a picture. So I'm going to go over to this plus sign. I'm going to click on it. You go up to Insert Local Files. Okay, I have some pictures here on my computer. I'm going to put my picture of my dog in here because maybe I'm writing about dogs, okay? Notice that's a little bit larger than maybe I would want. You look those little squares in the corner and you drag it to resize it. I also want to center the picture. I just think it looks better centered. Okay, and then I'm going to go down to the next line and I'm going to start writing some more. Oh, before I do that, let me come back here a minute. Pictures should always have captions with it. So I'm going to center the text for the pictures. So I'm going to come up here. I'm going to center it. And then I'm not going to just type it over to it because if you do, sometimes it will be off-centered once you publish it. I'm going to bring that down to a smaller type font than what I was using for the text. And I'm just going to put here, Kobe, the rescue dog. Okay, I'm just going to put a title on it. That's not really a sentence, so I don't need to put an end mark on it. Okay, and then I'm going to come back down. I'm going to use back to the left alignment. You do not want to center all your text. I'm going to go back to the size font that I was writing. I might want to write a little bit more. about the dog or about my topic that I'm writing. Okay, and then I'm coming down. Maybe now I want to put a video in here. I can go down here, I can click, go back to your insert sign. This is where you insert all the things. You cannot cut and paste, you have to insert. So if you have pictures and things that you find online, you have to save them to your computer. Make sure that you cite those pictures where you got them because they are not your own. Okay, so you come all the way down here, and I go to YouTube, and I'm going to do rescue dogs. I have it already in here. I'm going to search for rescue dog videos. Okay, this I like this one. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to submit it. And now I have a little video in here. When I go to play it, once I publish it, I just click on the video and you can enlarge it or you can actually go to YouTube to see it. Then maybe I want to write some more. Whoops, again, I don't want that real tiny font, so I want to change it. If you notice it happens, go back up here and bring it back to a 14 or whichever size that you chose. And I'm going to go back and I'm going to explain some more. And maybe I'm ready now to give it another after I've written some more. Okay, maybe I want to give another subtitle for the next section. It's better on blogs to break it up into small paragraphs and smaller sections and rather to have one long paragraph. You don't want to have everything all crunched together in a blog. You want it to be spread out between pictures and different subtitles and everything. So I'm going to come back here to my 18 point that I had. I'm going to go back here to my blue font. Okay, and I'm going to title 2. Oops. I want to bold that. I want to come down more. I think I just took the size off of it. So I'm going to go back up here and make sure it's the same. I'm going to bold. Yeah, it did revert back. So I'm going to change it. You can always change it. It happens sometimes. And I'm just going to put another, oops, it didn't give me my blue, but that's okay. I'm going to come back here. I'm just going to write it out first. Sometimes this happens. It's not anything to get upset about. I'm going to highlight this now. I'm going to go up here and I'm going to make sure that's my 18 point. And I'm going to change it to blue. Now it's the way that I want it, okay? So it doesn't, you can always fix things. I'm going to go back now up here to change this back to my 14-point font that I'm using. And I am going to take off the bolding and I'm going to change it back to the black font. You can use colors, but you don't want to use too many colors. It will take away from the main idea if you do that. And I'm going to write some more in here. Okay, however much I need to write, I'm just going to keep writing until my blog is finished. Maybe I'd want to add another picture in here somewhere for the next part of it. But so now I have my pictures, I have my videos. This is how my blog is going to look. There's one more thing that we need in the blog, and that's a hyperlink. Let's say that I had this word here, rescue dog. Okay, and I want to link that to a site that talks about rescue dogs. I'm going to highlight it. I can go all the way back up here, and I can click that link, which I'm going to do. And I'm going to put the URL in here. I already have it saved. You can just go online to do it. And then I'm just going to give the title Rescue Dogs. Save it. Okay, now wherever I have that word Rescue Dogs, I can take off that extra S. Now I'm just leaving it. Okay, so that now when I click on that, once I publish it, it will take me to the site. After my blog is finished, I'm going to click the word Post Entry. Okay, now when you post the entry, I'm going to cancel this, but if you post the entry, I'll show you one that I already have here. Okay, you can't, okay, here we go. There's my one, and you will see that it looks like you can't help but know that they're posted because over on the side here, you see the blogs that you have, and these are my sample blogs. Here where I have Rescue Dog, if I click that, it's going to take me to that site that showed Rescue Dog. So that's what you would do. So that's how you do the blogs, and I hope you enjoy making your blog. Be blogging.